Pastor Scott Hester, and I'm the pastor of Key West Baptist Temple. And our church is located on Stock Island in the Florida Keys. And we have this wonderful ministry to the Caribbean, and that ministry is called Operation ROC. Operation ROC is a ministry that was birthed out of the needs of the national pastors in the Caribbean region. As I traveled throughout the Caribbean region, I noticed some of those specific needs. And so it's because of those needs that Operation ROC was birthed. And it encompasses many things, not just coming to the Caribbean. We do conferences and meetings, leadership sessions, and that kind of thing. But it also encompasses radio programming and meeting some of the physical needs of the national pastors in the Caribbean too. I think what makes Operation ROC unique is the fact that when we're dealing with the national pastors, we're dealing with them one-on-one. Now, when we go to a country or to an island in the Caribbean, we generally stay directly with that national pastor and work with him during that time that we're there. I think the other things that's unique is that we are trying to meet some of their specific needs. Basically, Operation ROC meeting the needs of the national pastors is something that develops over time. And so what happens is we begin by emails, and they share with me some of the personal needs that they have. And some of those needs they would never share with anybody else. Then once we develop a list of the things that they feel like that they need, then we're able to, through the giving of God's people, meet some of those needs. And of course, without the giving of God's people, the needs certainly would not be met. All Operation ROC is just the conduit by which that God can use the resources to help meet the needs of these national pastors. The type of needs that are represented throughout the Caribbean, they vary. For example, I had a national pastor one time email me and ask me, he said, "My daughter needs a pair of shoes. Can you send me a pair of shoes?" Now to you and I, that would be, we would go to Walmart and just buy a pair of shoes for our child, but he can't do that. We've had requests for bed sheets, for microphone equipment, and projectors, computers. And so everything from personal needs to the needs that the church would have. And by no means can we meet all of their needs. But if we can be a help and an encouragement to them, then that's what we're trying to do. This ministry is special to me because my heart's in it. It is just, it's part of my heart. And so there's a genuine need and a genuine burden to help these guys. I would like to see several things. One of the biggest things, of course, is the more churches that we can get involved with the ministry of Operation ROC, then the broader our scope will be as far as helping the national pastors. The more people that you can get involved in it, the greater the impact is. So the more churches that we can get involved in it, the more people we can get involved in it, be it doctors or nurses, pilots, we're trusting the Lord and asking the Lord to continue to do that. There are several things that someone can do if they want to get involved in our ministry. Number one, of course, and probably the most important thing, is to pray for our ministry. And that's huge. I've seen God do so many things through answered prayer. If you're that person that wants to get involved in our ministry, then there's a place for you. You may want to go on a mission trip with us. If you're a church, we would love for you to do two things. Number one, help us gather some of the materials that we need to send to these national pastors. And then number two, put in your mission budget some allocated funds that will help the ministry of Operation ROC and take us on as a mission endeavor. By doing that, you'll partner with us and we'll be able to get the needs to the Caribbean region. We trust that you'll keep us in your prayers and that you'll remember the ministry of Operation ROC as we attempt to meet the needs of the national pastors in the Caribbean region.